Hello, everyone, and welcome here inside the gym on the campus of St. Mary's at Lancaster for this public versus private girls basketball showcase. And game three here has Niagara Falls, the Wolverines, taking on the Nichols Vikings. I'm Tanner Saunders. I'll be your play-by-play voice, joined on color by Dave Lyman, and we're excited to get this game underway. These two teams here, Niagara Falls, they come into this game 1-0. The first game of the Jay Scarborough era got them off to a good start. They opened the season with a 64-35 win over JFK on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Nichols comes into this game 0-1. They lost their season opener Tuesday evening to Mount St. Mary Academy 44-30. Dave, it's a pleasure to be with you here. What are you looking forward to most in this game?
Well, I think we're looking at two totally new teams here. Niagara Falls returns 2 points from last year, and over on the Nichols side, we had a couple transfers leave, a couple graduates. Evie Walcott now playing in college, and we see Cheyenne Barabbas returning and taking that leadership role with Haley Ritling. So it'll be interesting to see who takes control early here.
That's a good point you bring that up. I was going to mention that specifically for Nichols. They come into this season having graduated their three top scorers from a season ago with Evie Walcott, Julie Cruz, and Madison Wilson. They accounted for 1,092 of their 1,403 points in total last year, almost 78% of their points out the door. So they're going to have to replace that production here as right off the bat for Niagara Falls, they're able to draw first blood. It's Demetria Spurgeon. Now here comes Nichols. Quickly up the floor. Juliet Wilson passes it down on the baseline underneath. Shot won't go, but Abby Locke is fouled, and she will head to the free throw line. No, she won't. It'll be called on the floor of that foul, so they will inbound from underneath the basket. There's Cheyenne Barabbas to inbound. They get it up to the near wing. Maya Johnson looking to spin inside is Cheyenne Barabbas. Now picks up her dribble and looking for some help, dishing it to Locke, and Locke unable to save it. It'll be Niagara Falls basketball.
Expect a high aggressiveness from Niagara Falls here today. Pressure defense, they're going to get after it.
And showing a little bit of that on that last possession there. Now this one dribbled off the foot, and they're going to call over and back there. That's Olivia Day. That's the first of a number of days that we're going to see today. We'll have the Day sisters, of course, for North Tonawanda on tap after this game. As right now it is Nichols inbounding, spinning inside is Barabbas now kicks it out. And here's a deep three on the way from Cheyenne, and she knocks it down. Cheyenne Barabbas from downtown puts Nichols on the board. She was their leading scorer in their season opening loss, had 17 points. They're going to look to her to replace a lot of that production they lost from last season. Now on the other side, spinning inside, kissing it off the window there is Brooklyn Evans.
Nice footwork there to get that shot off, nice and smooth.
Now, on the other end, layup is good. Juliet Wilson gets her first bucket of the day, and it is 5-4 Nichols. Here's Demetria Spurgeon directing traffic, looking for the bounce pass. It is broken up there and stolen. Maya Johnson, and now here goes Johnson. The pass deflected. Nicely done by Demetria Spurgeon. And now here come the Wolverines back the other way. Driving into the paint. Little floater off the window is good.
They're attacking the basket. They're not looking for jumpers.
It is Day with the finish. That puts Niagara Falls on top here early in the first quarter. Juliet Wilson looking to drive. Now steps back, picks up her dribble, forced to kick it out to Maya Johnson. Here goes Johnson looking to pass, and that one is turned over. Here comes Day looking to take off in transition. Day rising up with the right hand, puts it in the foul. So Day now with 4 of the first Niagara Falls 8, and she has a chance to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Maya Johnson tried to get there, take the angle away, but that was a nice finish and one.
Now substitution coming in for Nichols. Caden Spino checks into the game. Maya Johnson will head to the bench after picking up that foul. And now here is Day. Her free throw on the way and good.
Full court here for Niagara Falls.
Indeed, as you alluded to earlier, you said there's going to be a lot of pressure defense. Well, now they reach into that bag there, but Barabbas able to get it up into the front court. Now she is trapped and has to dish that one to Juliet Wilson, and now looks like
not sure what that call is.
Believe a timeout called by Nichols. So we'll take a timeout as well. Back after this on Western New York Athletics.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better?
Back here, just underway in this first quarter between Niagara Falls and Nichols. Right now, Niagara Falls leads 9-5, but Cheyenne Barabbas looking to dig into that lead. Nice little up and under move, couldn't finish, gets her own board, and then it's knocked away. And here comes Day ahead of the pack once again with the left hand this time. Put too much on that, but the offensive rebound. And now trying to rip it away on the ground, and we have a jump ball called. Possession arrow goes to Nichols. It was the inbound to Juliet Wilson. Now gets it up ahead to Clements, and Clements left the layup a little short, and it is rebounded there. And now a foul there. Abby Locke got fouled as she was going up with it. And that will put her at the free throw line. Abby Locke, a returner from last year, is that first free throw a little bit off the mark. Had 3 points in 3 games last year, along with 2 rebounds. And uses the window to knock down that second free throw.
Looks like a little zone.
Indeed, and that allows for some space for a 3. That one is no good for Alina Scarborough, and now ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Demetria Spurgeon to inbound. And Spurgeon finds Scarborough. She gets into the paint and puts up a wild shot. It goes right into the hands of Day. And now her floater is no good. Offensive rebound. Going up with it, fouled, is McGrigg. Kamaria McGrigg there draws the foul. And now she heads to the line.
Looks like Nichols went zone there to keep them out of the paint, and they still went at it.
Here is McGrigg. Her first free throw is off the back of the iron and no good. She is a returner from last year for this Niagara Falls team. And last game, she had 10 points and 8 boards, flirting with a double-double. And her second free throw is good.
Interesting thing about Niagara Falls is their JV team went 20-1 last year, had a very successful season. A lot of these girls were down on JV and some came up, but
There's a nice job by Demetrius Spurgeon getting her hands up, forcing the turnover, and then goes up with the shot, and it'll stay with Niagara Falls here. But you mentioned the success, Dave, of the JV team. Their current head coach, Jay Scarborough, comes from JV.
Yep.
Here's Demetrius Spurgeon looking to inbound. Now they kick to the corner. And trying to get it down low in the post. Now ball on the ground, diving for it. Olivia Day is down there.
She's certainly having an impact on this game early already.
No doubt. Now here's Demetrius Spurgeon to inbound from the baseline once again. Finds Alina Scarborough. Sets up for three in the corner. No. And the rebound pulled down by Cheyenne Barabbas. Gets it up ahead, and now this one thrown away nearly. Nichols able to maintain possession. Now here's a pull-up jumper. That one too strong. Offensive rebound pulled down by Nichols. Aliyah Sheik. And now substitution coming in for Niagara Falls. Looks like Nasia Clemens comes into the game. Here's Abby Locke to inbound. Locke's pass deflected, and now a couple Wolverines take a spill there. Allows Barabbas to shoot a three. Won't go. Here's Alina Scarborough ahead of the pack. Scarborough lays it in. First points of the day for Alina Scarborough. Makes it 12-6. Niagara Falls. Now here comes Barabbas for Nichols. Gets a screen. Now Barabbas settles down in the corner. Looking for some help. Shovels it over to Abby Locke. She's going to go for the baseline drive. Went for the reverse. Nothing there. And the rebound pulled down by Demetrius Spurgeon. And it looks like she's fouled. First foul on Abby Locke, third team. And Demetrius Spurgeon brings it up for the Wolverines. Kick it to the wing, Scarborough. Now to the far corner for a three. No good, but the offensive rebound pulled down. Now relocating for the jumper. No good. Another offensive rebound, and the stick back won't fall for Olivia Day. And now here comes Nichols with a chance to push. Up into the front court and fouled there is Claire Gordon.
Interesting part about the zone there from Nichols. You're going to give up the three, but you can't be giving up offensive rebounds, too. Too many looks for Niagara Falls. It's going to be trouble.
And checking in now for Nichols is Myasia Clyburn. Here's Abby Locke looking to inbound, looking for Clyburn. They cannot hook up, and then Scarborough had it taken away. Clyburn, pull-up jumper in the paint. Won't fall. Rebound, Olivia Day. And now Day gets enveloped by Nichols defenders, but is able to find an outlet. And now a turnover there as Alina Scarborough was looking for Kamaria McGrigg, but those two unable to hook up there. Results in a turnover. Nichols ball, late stages of the first quarter.
Clyburn bringing some instant energy off the bench there.
That's all you can ask for from your bench, as there's a turnover by Barabbas. She travels. Speaking to Coach Kaylee Rizzo before the game, I asked her about Cheyenne Barabbas, said that she's done what's needed of her, but it's about getting some of those other players to step up. Now here's Alina Scarborough. Kick out. This is going to be a deep two, and it is good. Kamaria McGrigg knocks it down. Now here is Sheik. And Sheik being hassled here by the Niagara Falls defense. And they're able to force a turnover there. Seeing the defense for the Wolverines causing some problems here early. Here's Spurgeon. Kicks to the near wing, Scarborough. Now Scarborough back up top to Spurgeon. She puts her head down and tries to burrow her way downhill. Shot won't fall. Here's Myasia Clyburn. And Clyburn being doubled here in the backcourt but able to find an outlet up into the front court across the timeline. And now Nichols throws it away here. And Alina Scarborough with some room service there on the other end, but she smoked the layup. Saved by Olivia Day, and now ball still loose. And Falls able to maintain possession.
Second layup they've missed. They got to turn that defense and those turnovers into points.
Not going to get much easier of an opportunity than that. As driving inside, losing the ball out of bounds, Kamaria McGrigg. Now a couple of substitutions coming in for Nichols. It's Juliet Wilson and Amari McDuffie. First time seeing her in the game today. And right on cue, she gets the ball here on the inbound. And McDuffie picks up her dribble, looking, and it's going to be another turnover forced by the Niagara Falls defense. They've been giving them some trouble here as they try to work their way up into the front court on some of these inbounds. Minute left here in the first quarter. It's Demetria Spurgeon. Some off-ball movement here for the Niagara Falls offense. Kick today on the far wing, gets a screen. Now to the near wing, jumper on the way. That one is off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Amari McDuffie. No, excuse me, Juliet Wilson. Now it's in the hands of McDuffie, who nearly had it stripped away from behind.
Now that's a name of athletics in Western New York, McDuffie. I wonder if there's a relation there.
Here's the inbound. Myasia Clyburn. And Clyburn finds Abby Locke. Locke to Juliet Wilson. Here's Wilson at the top of the key. Over to Locke. And now Locke picks up her dribble in the mid-range. Kicks it out. Here's a baseline drive with time running down on the shot clock. And they're just going to have to heave it up here. That one is no good. 10 seconds left. Offensive rebound, and Locke is wide open, has all day to check the win. Couldn't knock down the triple, and now back the other way. Comes Clemens. Clemens at the horn. Layup is good.
Big bucket there.
No doubt about it. Right on time there.
Caden Spino got that shot off, and Niagara Falls kind of stopped playing, thinking it was a shot clock violation, but they got an open look, but didn't put it in.
Nasia Clemens there beats the buzzer with the layup. So we'll take a quick timeout here and come back for the start of the second quarter on Western New York Athletics.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Back here at St. Mary's of Lancaster for the start of the second quarter between Niagara Falls and Nichols. It is the former Niagara Falls. They have jumped out to a 16-6 lead here early on in this game, thanks in part to their stifling defense. Here's Demetria Spurgeon, gives it up to Alina Scarborough. She's going to launch one from deep. That one is no good. It's rebounded by Juliet Wilson. Now Wilson finds Cheyenne Barabbas, and she has that one knocked out of bounds.
Niagara Falls probably took twice as many shots as Nichols did that quarter. Nichols going to have to find a way to get some looks, get to the rim, get some open shots.
And they have to cut down on the turnovers as well. We've seen a lot of defense leading to offense here in that first quarter for Niagara Falls. Juliet Wilson, there's a way to get the offense going. She knocks one in from long range. Now Spurgeon handling at the Top of the key here, dribbles over to the wing. They get it to Day at the elbow. Now Day back over to Demetrius Spurgeon. Hand off to Day, into the three. Off the iron, no. Rebound Barabbas, and now she's going to look to turn on the burners here. And has that one stripped, now fighting with Demetrius Spurgeon. And ball will stay with Nichols here. Walk to inbound from next to the scorer's table. Abel looking for Claire Gordon. Johnson comes over to get it for Nichols. Now Maya Johnson gets it to lock at the free throw line. Kick to Gordon. She drives baseline. Layup too strong. And the rebound is pulled down by Clemens. She had that buzzer-beating layup at the end of the first quarter to extend the lead to 16-6 at the time for Niagara Falls. The only scoring in the second quarter so far, a three, courtesy of Juliet Wilson for Nichols. Here's Day. Gives it over to Spurgeon. Now Spurgeon to Alina Scarborough to get it down in the post. Spinning inside. The hook shot is blocked by Johnson. And then on the rebound, Juliet Wilson gets fouled.
Be interesting to see. Falls seems like they want to settle for some outside shots, even though they did get it in there now on that attempt. That zone's going to push them outside.
And now substitution coming in for Niagara Falls. Zaire Siegel checks in. And now Nichols once again sees the press from Niagara Falls, but they don't have much trouble with it that time. Here's Cheyenne Barabbas spinning inside. Now goes up with the shot and ball out of bounds. Last touch by Barabbas there, so it'll be Niagara Falls ball.
She was determined to get to the rim there.
She's the leading scorer in their season opening loss and asked to do a lot of creating here for this Nichols team after the departures they had from last season. Here's a kick out, Alina Scarborough. She has not been bashful about launching the threes. That one won't fall. And the rebound is secured by Johnson, bringing it up into the front court, sees two, and then dribbles into the backcourt. Well, Dave, those are the type of turnovers that'll drive coaches up the wall. You just got to have situational awareness where you are on the floor there.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
But certainly a learning moment. A lot of young players on this Nichols team. Here's Zaire Siegel, just checked into the game not too long ago. It's her first touch. Now that one deflected, but gets to its intended target. Now here's a kick to Scarborough. Baseline drive. Nice bounce pass. Demetrius Spurgeon. She's fouled. Shot doesn't fall, but Demetrius Spurgeon will have a chance at the free throw line here.
Scarborough calls his girls over. He's not happy about something there.
Meanwhile, Spurgeon stands alone at the free throw line. That one off the heel of the iron, no good. Score remains 16-9, 5.5 left in this first half.
That was a great attack baseline by Scarborough there to find her in the middle of the lane. Attacking the weak spot of the zone. They got to get in the paint and get paint touches.
Second free throw is good for Demetrius Spurgeon. And now here's one thrown up into the front court to Barabbas. Nice crossover. Now she gets in the paint. Euro stepping into the lane, throws it off the glass a little too strong. Juliet Wilson's there for the board. Barabbas, the mid-range jumper is pure. On the other end, Day trying to direct traffic. Had that one poked away by Claire Gordon. She can go in the backcourt to get it. Now shovels it up ahead to Alina Scarborough. Scarborough gets it into the middle there. Zaire Siegel puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Juliet Wilson. And now Wilson gets it up to Claire Gordon. And Gordon racing up into the front court, picks up the dribble. Nice pass, Abby Locke, and she gets fouled.
Barabbas up to 5 points here for.
Yep. 5 points, including 1 3 ball. And now it looks like a timeout is called. 4:40 left in the second quarter. It's 17-11 Niagara Falls. Back after this on Western New York Athletics.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G.
Back here from St. Mary's of Lancaster. Late stages of the second quarter here between Niagara Falls and Nichols. Right now, Niagara Falls leading 17-11, but Abby Locke looking to get 2 points back here at the free throw line. Went 1 for 2 her last appearance at the stripe. That one too strong. Abby Locke, the senior shooting guard. That one won't fall. Rebounded by Zaire Siegel. Here's a long pass looking for Day out ahead, and that one too strong over the head of her intended target. So turnover Niagara Falls. And now a couple subs looking to check into the game here for Niagara Falls. Rashea Mason and Kamaria McGrigg back into the game. Here is Cheyenne Barabbas dribbling through traffic. And now 2 come to the ball. She finds Juliet Wilson. Wilson has some airspace from 3. That one goes halfway down and out, but the offensive rebound by Claire Gordon. Maya Johnson tees up the long ball. A little bit short there. And the rebound now. Loose ball and tied up there. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to Nichols. Here's Abby Locke, 2 inbound. Finds a cutter, Cheyenne Barabbas, and can't get the layup to fall. Rebound, Demetria Spurgeon.
That was too easy on the inbound. Talk about plays that have a coach nuts, but Cheyenne missed it.
It's an unlucky break there. Now here's Alina Scarborough, another 3-point attempt, and that one won't fall. Ball lands in the feet of Abby Locke, and now her and Kamaria McGrigg get tangled up. And it'll be Niagara Falls ball here. Demetria Spurgeon to inbound. Finds Alina Scarborough. And now finding Day. Here's the baseline drive. Shot too strong there from Olivia Day. Rebound Cheyenne Barabbas. Here's Claire Gordon into the front court. Now Gordon weaving through traffic. Puts it up and in. Nice finish there at the cup from Claire Gordon. It's a 4-point game.
Her first bucket of the game. That was a nice take.
We talked about how Nichols needs to be able to attack the paint. There is a nice example of that there as that rebound is pulled down by Juliet Wilson. Here goes Wilson, and now she takes it to the cup. Too strong. Offensive rebound and follow by Abby Locke is no good. And then Johnson had a stab at it and couldn't finish at the rim either.
Nichols is winning the rebounding battle right now. That's 3 straight offensive rebounds that possession, and they're limiting Niagara Falls to 1 shot on the other end.
You just have to figure out a way to finish at the cup when you get those offensive rebounds and make good on those second chance points. This game could easily be tied, or Nichols could have the lead if they're able to finish on some of those offensive rebound chances, as that one is lost out of bounds by Day.
A little impatient against the zone here for Niagara Falls. They got to get that ball moving side to side, get it inside. They've shot about 5 threes this quarter and only have 1 point.
Here is Cheyenne Barabbas. Fires that one up into the front court to Juliet Wilson. Bounce pass underneath Gordon. Now Gordon weaving through traffic. Throws up a shot, won't fall. Rebound, Kamaria McGrigg. Up ahead to Rashea Mason. Mason back to Spurgeon. Now Spurgeon puts on the brakes in the mid-range. Fires it to Alina Scarborough. She lines up a three. That one off the iron. And now this one thrown up by Johnson, looking for Lily Zhang, and Zhang able to pull it down. And now she's off to the races. Had it poked away from behind there by Alina Scarborough. Out of bounds, last touched by Niagara Falls. So Lily Zhang will inbound from the baseline. Zhang bounces it to Barabbas, and she fires away from three. That one is no good, but Claire Gordon once again there on the boards. She might be the smallest player on the floor, but she is feisty on the glass. And now just pulls it out to the wing so they can run a more deliberate set here. Juliet Wilson knifing to the rim, can't finish, and the rebound is pulled down, and a foul coming. Messiah Respris pulled down the rebound.
Tale of 2 quarters here so far. We'll see if Niagara Falls starts to get that ball inside, or they continue to be impatient against this zone, settling for threes.
Not exactly been an offensive onslaught here in this quarter for either team. It's 4-1. Nichols leads this quarter, and there's a rebound that gets pulled down by Johnson, and she hits the deck. And now there's a turnover forced by Alina Scarborough. Now Scarborough looking to dry baseline, trying to dish it off there to Respris, but that one is stolen away by Johnson. Now here is Myasia Clyburn.
Caden.
And nice finish there underneath the find to Caden Spino. And now it's a 1-possession game as Nichols on a 6-1 run here in this quarter. Here's McGrigg. Somehow got that one to Respris. Now she rifles it over to the near corner. That one is short. Respris underneath the basket flies in to tie up Maya Johnson. Good effort there from Messiah Respris, but it's going to be Nichols' ball here with under 50 seconds left in the half.
Another 3-point attempt by Niagara Falls. Just settling.
Certainly have confidence in their ability to make those downtown shots. They just haven't fallen yet for the Wolverines. Here's Lily Zhang. Picks up her dribble. Finds Barabbas. Cutting to the rim. Goes up with the left hand. Left it short. And now the rebound is pulled down by Niagara Falls. Nicely done by Brooklyn Evans. Now up ahead, Demetrius Spurgeon. The kick. And now driving up to the top of the key. Kick to the corner. Demetrius Spurgeon. She's going to try her hand from three. No. And the long rebound is secured by Myasia Clyburn. And Clyburn, that pass knocked back in her face out of bounds by Alina Scarborough. 17 and a half left in the first half.
Niagara Falls defense not allowing them to get out on the break. They're pressing even on misses, making it hard for Nichols.
And they're going to stick with that here. Because why would you not? Here's Myasia Clyburn being guarded tightly by Alina Scarborough. But here comes Clyburn into the front court, looking to dish it. But that one is deflected and taken away by Brooklyn Evans, looking for Scarborough. The get-ahead pass a little too far out in front of Alina Scarborough. 6.9 left in the first half. So Nichols will have a chance for the final shot of the half here. They get it into Myasia Clyburn. Finds Barabbas. She has some time to step into it. Step back three at the horn. Cheyenne Barabbas just a little bit short. It's a good effort there on the step back tray from the Nichols leading scorer, but unable to fall. And all in all, highly competitive, close first half there. Niagara Falls leads 17-15. We'll step aside here, and when we come back, we'll get you set for second half action here on Western New York Athletics.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
When I stopped playing sports competitively, one of the hardest things to get over was that wonderful feeling in your stomach, those butterflies, when you're leaving the locker room and walking out onto the court. That feeling where you're about to compete. For me, being an attorney, and more specifically, being a trial attorney, that is a very similar feeling, that feeling deep down in your gut when you're about to walk into a courtroom and start your trial. I love to compete. I love that at the end of a competition, there's a winner and a loser. And I want to win for my client, who has one chance. That is what drives O'Brien and Ford. I have always aligned myself with the underdog, but I spent the first decade of my career on the defense side, working for the insurance companies in personal injury actions. But I found myself drawn to the plaintiff side, going up against the large insurance companies. What guides me is knowing that our clients have one and only chance to get compensation that is fair. How do we get there? We work harder than our opponent. The trial process is a grind, and what it reminds me of is going back to those days as a Division I athlete. You're practicing, you're in the weight room, you're watching video, you're preparing for the contest. And so there are similarities when you're trying a case where your client has one and only shot. It's no different than the championship game that you've spent weeks, months, your entire life preparing for. When you choose the twos, I promise you, no lawyer will work harder than we do.
Education has power. Binghamton University students discover it, apply it, unleash it. Unleash your education today.
At Richmond Vona, we are seriously dedicated to bettering the communities that we serve. You will get super high level communication. We will get you back on your feet, and you are getting a team of dedicated attorneys, paralegals, case managers. At Richmond Vona, if you call us quickly after your accident, we'll help you get it filed for you. We have more team members. We have the best systems and processes, the best technology, and our team members are motivated and incentivized to move our clients' cases along as quickly as possible, but without sacrificing the amount of money we can get our clients. Because at the end of the day, we are not some settlement mill. We are not like some of these TV lawyers who just want to get you the first settlement offer and get you out the door so they can move on to the next. If you put your trust in us and hire us, we promise to take care of everything. Call us as soon as possible so we can start the investigation to fight to get you the settlement you deserve.
Back here from St. Mary's of Lancaster. It's halftime. Game number 3 here of 4 in this public versus private girls basketball showcase. This game between Niagara Falls and Nichols. After the first quarter, it was 16-6 Niagara Falls, but then Nichols won the second quarter 9-1. And they have cut this down to a one-possession game. It's Tanner Saunders and Dave Lyman on the call. And Dave, let's start out with Nichols. Offensively, it's been a bit of a slow start for them. But one thing I liked, especially in that second quarter, we saw they were able to get after it on the offensive boards. They were able to generate a lot of offensive rebounds, whereas conversely, they were able to limit Niagara Falls pretty much to one shot over on the other side of the floor for most of this game. So you have to like that for Nichols, but they have to find a way to turn some of those offensive rebounds into some more second chance points.
Certainly, they had Niagara Falls scrambling on defense there. It looks like Niagara Falls defense, maybe they didn't know their assignment or who they were guarding, and Nichols got a couple open looks, which gets players running and then allows for offensive rebounds because we might have two running at one and no one boxing out. But they certainly scrambled back into position to contest those open layups and open putbacks, and they didn't fall for Nichols. So that'll be interesting. Both teams trying to install their style on this game, and who's gonna succeed at the end.
And then conversely, for Niagara Falls, we saw a lot of perimeter shooting in that first half, yet 0 makes. I haven't been keeping track. I've been keeping track of the points, obviously, but as far as 3-point attempts, just based off of the eye test, you would have to assume that they're near double-digit attempts in 3-pointers, but have yet to knock one down. So what would you like to see more from them in the second half to try and get the offense going?
Well, against that zone, I mean, they need to be a little bit more patient, getting that ball moving side to side, get the defense to shift to open up driving angles and open up the middle of the lane. We got to get paint touches, get the ball that high post. When you get the ball to high post, it starts to collapse the defense. Ball goes side to side. We start to get driving angles. They're just trying to dribble one-on-one from the top of the key when the defense is just settled in, waiting for them. They're settling for threes if they're not driving. And yeah, you're right. Double digit threes with no makes. If I was Nichols, I'm packing that in and daring them to make some. And I'm not coming out of that zone until they make more than one. And just keep them out of the lane.
No doubt about it. So we'll take another timeout here, and when we come back, we'll have second half action on tap here between the Niagara Falls Wolverines and the Nichols Vikings. Anyone's game here in the public versus private showcase here on Western New York Athletics.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Welcome back here to St. Mary's of Lancaster. It is 17-15 Niagara Falls leading Nichols here as we head into the third quarter. If you're just joining us, after the first quarter it was 16-6 in favor of Niagara Falls, but then Nichols came back and won that second quarter 9-1 to make it a one possession game here, 2-point game as we start the third quarter, and it'll be Niagara Falls ball here to start the second half.
I think these teams will start still looking for, early in the season, still looking to try to find that cohesiveness with their teammates, what works, what doesn't, learn where they like to play, where they like the ball. Let's see how this works out in the second half.
Especially considering the fact that you've got young groups here on both sides. As here's Brooklyn Evans spinning inside. Her shot won't go. Nice rebound by Zaire Siegel. And now the rebound still up for grabs. Siegel once again gets it to go off glass.
Well, that turned the tide real quick. 3 offensive rebounds.
We talked about that being a strength of Nichols in that first half, but Niagara Falls shows off their prowess for cleaning up the O boards. Here is Claire Gordon being guarded by Zaire Siegel, who is freshly on the score sheet. Got her first points of the ball game with that offensive rebound and put back on the other end. And now Nichols looking to answer here. And Siegel comes away with a steal, and now racing ahead in transition. Zaire Siegel couldn't finish on the layup, gets it back, goes up, and makes good on the second attempt there.
Gave up another offensive rebound. Let's Coach Scarborough told him to get on that glass.
Zaire Siegel on a personal 4-0 run, but Olivia Day snaps that to make it a 6-0 Niagara Falls run here to open up the quarter. And I believe, already Coach Rizzo has seen enough.
Well, I believe Niagara Falls wants that pace being much faster, and he got his wish here in the first minute.
2 quick buckets from Zaire Siegel, a couple offensive rebounds and putbacks, and then Olivia Day with a bucket there. 6-0 out of the locker room for Niagara Falls to get that lead to balloon back up a little bit here. 8 points now to open up the third quarter. And how about last game for the senior Zaire Siegel? 8 points, 3 boards, 2 steals, double-digit points. Last game for Olivia Day had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And how about Coach Scarborough using every available second there in the timeout out there coaching up Zaire Siegel.
You know, Coach Scarborough plays for the Buffalo Extreme, and his style there is certainly of an aggressive one as well, leading the team in steals and being all over the floor. So I think his team's reflecting that playing style, and that's what they're going to look to do for the rest of this game.
Here is Locke looking to inbound, gets it into Claire Gordon. And again, Niagara Falls sticking with their trusty press here, but here goes Gordon bolting up into the front court and then turns it over. Got in deep and then threw it to Brooklyn Evans. Here's McGrigg, finds Day, and now Day is doubled underneath the basket. Tried to turn around, throw it up, but she traveled.
Certainly got that ball up the court quick, just didn't finish there.
Abby Locke looking for Cheyenne Barabbas. That one slips off her fingertips. Here's McGrigg, gets inside, tried to scoop it up with the right hand, and she is fouled.
Unforced error there. That was simple, and can't make those simple mistakes.
So Kamaria McGrigg will head to the charity stripe. 1 for 2, her last appearance. Here's McGrigg. First free throw is good. And now the second one, a little bit short, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Niagara Falls, who have opened this third quarter on a 7-0 run. Here's Demetria Spurgeon looking to inbound, finds Siegel. She's going to try from long range. No, gets her own miss. Now diving into the paint, Zaire Siegel taking over here in this third quarter.
That's 7 offensive rebounds here in less than 2 minutes here for Niagara Falls. So they better start boxing out.
Here's Cheyenne Barabbas bringing it up into the front court for Nichols. Now a little crossover, driving baseline, forced to dish it out to Locke. Now Juliet Wilson looking to go right down Main Street. Now lost that ball, and it went out of bounds. Barely, looked like just nicked the paint there, out of bounds. It'll be Niagara Falls ball here.
Let's see if Nichols gets back in that zone now out of bounds here because they haven't been able to set it up the last couple of possessions.
And Niagara Falls has been able to take advantage, currently on a 9-0 run now. And Barabbas nearly came away with the steal and threw it off Day. Heads up play there from the young player, Cheyenne Barabbas.
Good balance to not go out of bounds there herself and throw it off somebody.
It's just nicely done all around. Here's Abby Locke to inbound. And now they get it up ahead to Myasia Clyburn. And Clyburn passes it off, and that layup is no good, but Juliet Wilson flies in for the rebound. She tees up a triple. That one is too strong, and the rebound is secured by Kamaria McGrigg. Looking ahead for Day, it's thrown right to Barabbas. And here's Cheyenne finding Abby Locke ahead of the pack, and she puts it in underhand there.
And they're on the board here in the second quarter. Good steal by Cheyenne and court vision to get it back up and get an easy bucket.
That's the first field goal of the game for Abby Locke, and it breaks the 9-0 run. Now here's Olivia Day. Baseline drive. Too strong there. Zaire Siegel with the offensive rebound, finding Demetria Spurgeon, and she cans it from downtown. There's been no shortage of shots from behind the arc for Niagara Falls, but that's the first three-point make they've had all day.
Finally got one to fall.
And once again, it's thanks to the relentless hustle on the offensive boards from Zaire Siegel. Boy, she has been amazing to start off this third quarter.
Yeah, after not doing much in the first half, she's certainly made an impact here. 3 buckets, probably 5, at least 5 offensive rebounds.
I don't know what flavor Gatorade she drank at halftime, but she's got a little extra swagger in her step here in this third quarter. There's a shot no good. Rebound by Myasia Clyburn. Gets it over to Abby Locke. Now Locke picks up her dribble in the far corner. Finds a cutting Juliet Wilson. High off glass, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Nichols, and then Siegel comes up with a steal. Trying to evade Myasia Clyburn, and Siegel is just going to barrel toward the rim, goes up with a shot a little too strong. Now ball still up for grabs here, and no jump ball is called, and then it's lost out of bounds by Kamaria McGrigg. Here's Cheyenne Barabbas. Being guarded by McGrigg. Now looking for some help, and Siegel nearly came away with the steal, and does. Zaire Siegel, now the flip up ahead, Demetria Spurgeon. Here is Spurgeon, looking to get into the paint, shovels it underhand, and the whistle blows. Had Olivia Day under the basket there, but the refs blow that play dead.
Siegel, I believe, just called for a sub there, and she certainly earned it. And, we have a call that if a player takes themselves out of the game, they have the right to put themselves back in when they're ready. I hope Coach Jay does that here because she certainly turned this third quarter around.
No doubt about that. Now underneath the basket, Brooklyn Evans, her shot no good. There's Olivia Day on the offensive glass, and she's able to draw a foul. Boy, how the tables have turned here in this third quarter. We talk about Nichols dominating the offensive glass in that second quarter. Well, that's a thing of the past here. After this third, Niagara Falls has been relentless here attacking the offensive glass. And that is good for Olivia Day.
Yeah, we're looking at 13-2 quarter here already. They certainly flipped that second quarter. That's what I expected more out of them for the game. Now they're settling in.
Here's Day, second free throw, gets the fortuitous bounce, and makes it 31-17. Here's Barabbas as Day is flirting with double-digit points. She has 9. There's a takeaway for Demetria Spurgeon. And now Spurgeon lost it, and it'll be Nichols' ball.
See if Niagara Falls still pressing here, but backing up a little bit.
And Barabbas able to get it up into the front court. Now there's a nice turnover forced by Brooklyn Evans up ahead. Kamaria McGrigg gets bumped, layup no good. but Olivia Day is there for the offensive rebound and the cleanup, and that puts her into double figures. She has 11. Now here's Barabbas, sees two, and then has it ripped away from behind, pickpocketed by Demetria Spurgeon, and she gets the two on the other end.
Cheyenne didn't see her coming from behind there as she turned. That was a sneaky little steal.
And timeout called by Nichols, understandably so. We'll take a timeout as well. Back after this on Western New York Athletics.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
We saw a lopsided second quarter of this game, 9-1 in favor of Nichols. Well, Niagara Falls completely has flipped the script on that here in this third quarter. They are currently on an 18-2 run to take a 35-17 lead. Just a complete flip of a switch here for the Wolverines. Now here's Lily Zhang, has that one taken away by Olivia Day. Here is Day trying to dish that one, but then Claire Gordon flies in for the steal. And Gordon puts the brakes on. Now dancing with Demetria Spurgeon, gets a screen from Zhang, gives it up. Now looking for Claire Gordon in the paint. She's able to keep this one for Nichols. Now throws it into the feet of Locke. It's taken away. Thrown up ahead. Spurgeon, and a collision there with Maya Johnson, but play continues. Spurgeon, little floater she traveled.
Coach didn't like that call, but I think it was the right call. One a little extra step, but nice move. Pace has certainly picked up here.
Lily Zhang looking for Abby Locke, and that one is thrown over her head and out of bounds. And Locke showing a little frustration there.
Well, I feel her. That's the third time they've thrown in that area and didn't even get a piece of it against the press. Got to make a better pass. This girl's open. She's making a nice, getting open nice there to get the press broken, and passes too far.
Now you got a bit of a platoon swap here for Niagara Falls. Alina Scarborough gives it up for a straightaway triple to Nasia Clements. Won't go. But here's Clements with the ball in her hands. Once again, gives it up Alina Scarborough. Now Scarborough working against Claire Gordon. Gives it up Clements. And Clements trying to get it to the middle of the floor. That one is deflected. But Clements gets it back. Now she's got to make something happen. 2 on the shot clock. Has to fire away from 3. Missed everything. It'll be Nichols' ball there on the shot clock violation.
And guess who was back in the game and comes up with an offensive rebound? Siegel. Instant impact.
Talk about a spark plug off the bench. Here's this one picked up by Niagara Falls, going the wrong way. Now Clements gets it back. And Clements looking to cross over Gordon, gets into the paint, throws it up off the top of the backboard with the left hand. And now this one thrown right back to Scarborough. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is cash for Alina Scarborough. Here comes Abby Locke racing down the far side of the court there, and had that one knocked out of her hands by Alina Scarborough, and the foul is going to be called. Now looking to check in for Niagara Falls is Rashea Mason, comes in for Nasia Clements. Meanwhile, Abby Locke here at the free throw line. That one is too strong, no good. And the second free throw for Locke is no good.
1 for 6 from the line for Locke. Those are freebies.
Now, a minute 30 left here in this third quarter.
Motion call from Scarborough. Let's see what they have.
And then this one knocked away. Claire Gordon playing some tough defense here, and now forcing a turnover. Here goes Abby Locke ahead of the pack in transition. Lost it out of bounds. Looked like Jayla Howard knocked that one away. And Demetria Spurgeon comes back into the game for Niagara Falls. Rashea Mason will head to the bench. Here is Claire Gordon looking for Maya Johnson, who was cut into the rim, but the good hands from Demetria Spurgeon forcing the turnover. The layup is too strong. Rebounded Maya Johnson. Now Johnson rifles it over the head of Abby Locke, looking for the quick get-ahead pass, and you can see Coach Kaylee Rizzo over on the sidelines like, slow it down. Obviously, you're not going to get back 20 points in one possession, so you just got to take it one possession at a time. And it seems like that's what she's trying to preach to her team right now. Under a minute left in the third. Demetria Spurgeon finding Zaire Siegel, who's a big part of this third quarter turnaround for Niagara Falls. Now looking to drive, whistle, and a foul as Jayla Howard is looking to put the ball on the floor. It's like fouled by Locke, picking up her third.
Quarter was running pretty quick. Now we're slowing it down here a little bit. A couple free throws coming.
For Jayla Howard, looking for her first points of the afternoon. Had 2 points last game, did the senior. First one is good. And Howard goes 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Well, Niagara Falls isn't pulling off this press. Nichols is going to have to break it for a layup, really, to get something going here.
Here's Maya Johnson, goes tumbling over Zaire Siegel.
All 10 players here in the front court. That's tough. Not a lot of places pass. Got to spread them out, especially on this big court here at St. Mary's.
Here's Maya Johnson, gets it off the inbound. There's Abby Locke being hounded by Jayla Howard. Now Zaire Siegel again gets her hands in there on that dribble handoff intended for Cheyenne Barabbas. And a timeout is going to be called by Niagara Falls. We'll keep it here, 24.4 seconds remaining. But wow, talk about a flip of a switch here for Niagara Falls. Looks like a completely different team here than we saw in the first half.
Yeah, they've turned it up both ends of the floor, offensively attacking, getting to the rim, defensively not letting Nichols get any good looks. Nichols is struggling to even get it over half court most of this quarter here. Any looks they've had have not been good looks. So look for Coach Rizzo to just get them spread out, try to pass it up the court as opposed to trying to dribble it up so much, and see if they can get something going here.
How about after being outscored in the second quarter 9-1, how does responding with a 22-2 run here in this third quarter sound?
I would have liked to hear what Coach had in the locker room. Might have heard him out here if I had these headphones.
And they'll have possession here for the final 24 seconds of the third quarter. Here's Demetria Spurgeon, gives it up to Alina Scarborough on the far wing. Now Scarborough, dangerous pass, and that one is broken up and taken away by Nichols, but Zaire Siegel comes out of nowhere and gets the steal and gets fouled in the backcourt. Well, we talk about Zaire Siegel, been kind of the Energizer bunny here in this game for Niagara Falls, especially in this third quarter. It seems like wherever the ball is, she's been there as well. Offensive rebounds, jumping in passing lanes, getting steals. I mean, she has been everywhere.
Better know where she is on the backboard and on the defense. If you're dribbling up, she just snuck right up behind her. Got a back tip steal. A little court awareness there.
And she'll be rewarded for her efforts with free throws here. Couldn't knock that one in with the assistance of the backboard. And the second free throw is no good. And Juliette Wilson able to pull down the rebound. Now trying to dribble out of traffic here. 7 seconds left. Claire Gordon able to get it up into the front court. And little unfriendly fire there. And now the shot at the horn won't go. And that'll do it for the third quarter. But obviously the bigger concern here is Maya Johnson, who's down after that collision there. Looked awfully nasty. She's sat up. Coach Rizzo out there. Maisha Clyburn as well. So we'll make the switch to the fourth quarter here and be back after this and hopefully have some better news when we come back here on Western New York Athletics.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Welcome back here to St. Mary's of Lancaster, Game 3 of the public versus private girls basketball showcase between Niagara Falls and Nichols. Niagara Falls completely dominating that third quarter there.
12 offensive rebounds for Niagara Falls. Lots of second chance points. Picking up the pressure defensively. Forcing lots of turnovers. That's what I expect out of Niagara Falls this year.
Niagara Falls took that quarter 22-2. And then for Nichols, we saw Maya Johnson, the freshman, get banged up there right at the end of the third quarter. She was able to walk off the floor under her own power. She was holding her wrist down on the floor. Now it looks like she's icing it over there on the bench, but hopefully she'll be okay with this game being in the fourth quarter and the score being what it is. Unsure if we'll see her back in the game at any point, but we can only hope that she'll be all right for the long term. Here is Day being guarded by Lily Zhang. Now looking for Brooklyn Evans, but Cheyenne Barabbas comes flying in for the steal. Now the get ahead to Lily Zhang, but Zaire Siegel is there to contest. Zhang just throws it up and knocks it in anyway. First points of the afternoon for Lily Zhang.
A little impatient against that zone again for Niagara Falls, throwing in a little too early.
There's Demetria Spurgeon, finds Day. And now Day kicks it back over to Spurgeon. Now Spurgeon trying to get it down low. Good hands once again. And Claire Gordon comes racing away from the pack. Gordon, Zaire Siegel there to contest. Once again, forcing a miss. Now here comes Day, looking to push it back the other way. Here's Olivia Day. That shot too strong. Rebound, Cheyenne Barabbas. Now Barabbas, her pass is knocked back in her face by Demetria Spurgeon. Lily Zhang will inbound for Nichols from in front of the scorer's table. Bounces it into Cheyenne Barabbas. Here's Juliet Wilson. Lost it out of bounds. Last touched by Juliet, so it'll be Niagara Falls ball here.
Nice cut there. Nichols already matched her turnout or points there from the third quarter. So see if we can build on that.
Not that that bar was set particularly high, but they have done it. Here's Demetrius Spurgeon being guarded by Lily Zhang. Spurgeon able to dribble around her. Now throws this one down low to Siegel. That shot won't fall. Rebound, Juliet Wilson.
Third time's a charm there, trying to force that ball inside against his zones, but going to Siegel definitely got her.
Lily Zhang to Barabbas. She knocks it down.
Cheyenne gets loose again.
Second triple of the day for Cheyenne Barabbas. That puts her at 8 points. It's 39-22. Nichols going to need plenty more where that came from. Here's Spurgeon, finds Day. Now Day gets a screen, looking to drive with the left hand. No, offensive rebound, and the putback is good for Brooklyn Evans.
Coach is not taking off that press, up 19. That's how they play. That's how they're going to continue to play. That's their style.
Here goes Claire Gordon, finding Cheyenne Barabbas. She takes this one from way downtown. It's short off the front of the rim and the rebound. And then a little oomph on the end of it there from Brooklyn Evans. Now Day spinning inside on the other end, lost it. Here goes Claire Gordon, and she's got some help now coming up with Lily Zhang. Here goes Zhang. That one is emphatically swatted away by Demetria Spurgeon.
Little extracurriculars going on here. Let's see if they clean that up real quick or we'll get a little chippy.
Here's Lily Zhang looking to inbound for Nichols, trying to bounce it in there. Looking for Cadence Spino.
5-second violation, it looks like.
Indeed, so it'll be Niagara Falls ball there off the turnover. Spurgeon has it at the top of the key, now dribbling over toward the wing. Now doubles back toward the top of the key. Siegel going to try the three. That one is too strong. Rebounded Lily Zhang. And here is Zhang dishing it out to Juliet Wilson, and Siegel nearly came away with the steal. And now looks like a foul called on Siegel. That's her second. Does a good job, does Siegel, of being aggressive on defense without being reckless and fouling a ton. Here's Juliet Wilson being guarded by Day. Now looking for Gordon on the cut. Couldn't find her, but Barabbas was there. And now she is looking for Gordon. Gordon able to escape from Siegel. Fires that one off the window. Won't fall. Gets her own miss. Claire Gordon now gives it up to Barabbas, trying to attack strong with the left hand, and she is fouled.
Little pump fake, nice attack of the closeout there to get to the basket, but nice recovery by the defense to get a contest there.
So Cheyenne Barabbas will head to the free throw line for her first free throw attempts of the day. And that one is no good. Of course, Cheyenne, also a returner from last year's team, appeared in 24 games, averaged 6.3 points per game. She was their fourth leading scorer last year as she knocks down the second free throw.
Certainly has a lot more on her shoulders this year with, like you said, a lot of graduation and transfers out.
Now here's Demetria Spurgeon, going to get a screen there from Evans, and now the bounce pass on the baseline. Alina Scarborough, one dribble, and her shot no good, rebounded by Claire Gordon. Now here goes Gordon. Well, it looks like she is fouled in the backcourt.
Well, need some help here.
Here's Zhang, gets it into the front court to Juliet Wilson. Now finding Caden Spino. She puts up the shot over Brooklyn Evans. Won't fall. Ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Wolverines.
Getting a little sloppy here.
And Coach Scarborough over there saying on the sidelines they're getting too passive. So even up 18, he wants his team to keep their foot on the gas pedal here. Here's Demetria Spurgeon. Gives it up to Alina Scarborough. She's going to take a deep triple. That one off the front of the rim, but Day is there for the offensive rebound. Won't go, but Brooklyn Evans sticks with it, and she is fouled on the putback attempt.
You just can't give up both against the zone. I mentioned it earlier. You're sitting in a 2-3 zone. You know you're going to give up the three, but you cannot give up the rebounds too. That's one of the reasons you do sit in a 2-3 zone is to limit rebounding, limit them to one shot, give up the three. They just got two there and probably up to 15, probably close to 20 on the game. I know they had 12 in this third quarter there. That's not good.
So Brooklyn Evans will head to the free throw line. And her first free throw is no good.
Brooklyn's a girl that went to Cheektowaga and played there last year. Not sure how that season went there, but she is new to the district here in Niagara Falls. Brings some nice size to the middle of the lane here for them offensively and defensively.
Her free throw is no good. She had a solid outing in their first game of the season. 6 points, 9 boards, 2 blocks. Here's Juliet Wilson now for Nichols, looking for Sheik on the bounce pass. And now Sheik dishes it out to Claire Gordon. She's got it on the near wing. Up top, Juliet Wilson. Swings it over to the far wing to Sheik. Now looking for Cheyenne Barabbas. Shot clock winding down. Has to put it up. The deep two is no good. And rebounded by Olivia Day. And now off goes Day to the races. Barrels into Barabbas. Nothing called there. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Nichols' ball.
Thought that was a good no call there.
Here's Lily Zhang. And now Juliet Wilson able to get it to Claire Gordon. Now Gordon weaving through the defense, picks up her dribble, bounces it out to Sheik. Up top, Barabbas steps right into a triple, missed everything. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Niagara Falls, last touched by Barabbas on the shot.
They didn't convert there, but that was one of the best attacks against this press all day for Nichols. 3 passes and almost had a layup attempt as Gordon got cut off and then reversed out to Cheyenne for that look at a 3, but ball never really touched the floor. That's what I like to see against the press.
Here's Demetria Spurgeon, gets it to the middle of the floor. Brooklyn Evans now kicks it out to McGrigg. McGrigg looking to drive on Barabbas there, and a foul is called as he got some jersey number 23 on 23 crime there. McGrigg barreling into Barabbas. That's her second and team second. Demetria Spurgeon to inbound with just over 2.5 left in this game. Here's Brooklyn Evans. That one slips through her fingers and right into the waiting arms of Lily Zhang. Now Zhang, pull-up jumper from the elbow is no good. Offensive rebound, and the putback attempt is no good, and Olivia Day secures the board. And here comes Day, looking to go coast to coast, and that's going to be a travel.
Got a little high on her, but I love the attack. Defense wasn't cutting her off. She's just going to keep on going.
Now Nichols able to get it into Juliet Wilson. It looked like Olivia Day took a shot to the face there, and now she's back out of the play as they get the turnover and gets an easy 2.
Looked like she took a shot to the face there.
Right. Yeah. And
Covered
ended up.
Wait, yeah, go ahead, Summer.
It worked out in her benefit.
Yeah.
She slowed up to make sure all her teeth were still in her mouth, and then they forced the turnover, and she ended up just cherry picking there and got the easy 2. As now Amari McDuffie is going to check in for Lily Zhang. And they get it into the newly checked in McDuffie, looking to back her way toward the basket. Her shot is no good. Putback attempt is no good. Here comes Day. And Day knifes to the rim, throws it up with the left hand, won't go. And now the loose ball. Looked like last touch by Amari McDuffie. And now again, platoon swap here for Niagara Falls. The second unit largely comes in here. Clements to inbound.
That'll be it for the starters for Niagara Falls here with under 2 minutes left here.
Earning a well-earned rest after a stifling second half. Here is Sheik, shovels it ahead to Myasia Clyburn. Now Clyburn finds Barabbas. She's got an uncontested wing triple, unable to knock it down. And now a fight for the rebound underneath. It is going to be pulled away by Messiah Respres. And there's a turnover forced by Clemens. And now they rifle it up into the front court. Going up with the shot. That one too strong. And now the loose ball is going to be secured by Niagara Falls and then goes out of bounds.
Minute left here. Don't get hurt.
Yeah, right. Here's Nasia Clements. Being guarded by Clyburn. Looking to get it in down low. That one deflected and now knocked out of bounds. Looks like off of Amari McDuffie. So with 49.8 seconds left, Niagara Falls is going to move to 2-0 here on this young season. Nichols will fall to 0-2 as the inbound. They get the steal. Just because they're down 20, they're not going down without a fight here. They're going to play with all of these 42.6 seconds left here, even if the result not going to go their way today. Here is Myasia Clyburn driving in and gets the two. Myasia Clyburn, her first points of the day. Now there's a nice pass underneath the basket, but unable to finish on the shot there was Delilah Hilson. There's Abby Locke, gets it up to Sheik. She's going to try a wing triple. That one won't fall. And Clements pulls down the board and now can dribble out the final 12 seconds and change here. Jayla Howard's going to let a three fly. Why not? Rebounded by Clyburn. And then Clements picks her pocket and lays it in, and that'll be the finishing touches. Nasia Clements with the steal and the finish now on the other end. Nichols not able to get another shot off, and that is it. 45-25, the final score. Niagara Falls comes out victorious, and I don't think there's much else you can say besides 22-2 in that third quarter. That was it.
That was a big third quarter. You know, I thought Nichols was going to hang around after that second quarter, but must have been an anomaly there because the rest of the game was not much like the second quarter.
Credit to Coach Jay Scarborough, the adjustments he made and the tenacity his team played with in the second half. They get the victory. They move to 2-0 on the season. Nichols falls to 0-2. That's going to do it for us. For everybody in our broadcast crew, including our camera operator Joe Turry, our on-site technical producer Mike Goodberry, and my colorman Dave Lyman, this is Tanner Saunders saying thank you for listening to this presentation of the Public versus Private Showcase here, girls basketball on Western New York Athletics.
1 second from half court. Jumping for joy with
first ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is!
Oh!